It's a real honor to have the Consul General visit us. Thank you very much. I know he has a tight schedule and he is about to go to the airport to go to Washington, DC. Must be important. Okay. Next, I'm going to introduce two people. And this is extraordinary because we have the president of the university and the provost of the university with us this morning. We have Becker, Dr. Becker, who is the president, and then we have Dr. Lisa Palm, who is the provost. And I was reminded that the president and the provost don't come to faculty events, individual faculty events. So this I think this basically tells you how important they value the work of VK, and we are delighted to have them here. Dr. Becker.
Well, good morning, and let me start off by saying on behalf of the university, it's a real honor and privilege to have the Consul General KUMAR of India here with us today. The addition of a consulate facility in Atlanta is very important to Atlanta. And in addition to the hat I wear as the president of Georgia State University, one of my other hats is in the executive committee of the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce. And I assure you that not only is the academic community thrilled that you're here, but so is the business community. And since I've been charged to talk about business and higher education with VK, I think it's very appropriate to welcome you to the business community as well as to the higher education community. Well, it's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful day for VK, and I know it's a wonderful day for his family. You know, I've often used the phrase, if my mother could only hear the things they say about me when they say nice things about you. So, VK, you got it today. Congratulations. It's wonderful. The Consul General invoked the phrase guru, friend, philosopher, and guide, and pride of India, in fact. And we will say all the same things for Georgia State, but I'm going to add yet another dimension. He is indeed a guru. He is indeed a friend, a philosopher, and a guide, and he is a very important part of Georgia State University, and we're extremely proud of him. I am additionally proud of him, probably for a reason that none of the rest of you are. It says legend in marketing. What you really need to understand is he's actually a statistician masquerading as a marketer. And since my background is statistics, VK, I will claim you for the statistical community as well as for the marketing community. And because of the innovation you've brought into marketing with your contributions through things quantitative and analytical. All universities, you won't find a university in the land that does not aspire to excellence. Every university says they aspire to excellence. But what is excellence? And what is excellence particularly here today in 2012? There was a time, and it wasn't that long ago, when excellence was basically extremely intelligent people sitting in ivory towers, thinking great thoughts, and sharing them with the select few. The select few being their students primarily, but not exclusively. Sometimes called talking heads, perhaps. But today, excellence in higher education means being student-centered and relevant to the larger world. And that's what I want to talk about, is VK's relevance to the larger world, because he really is typifying or exemplifying, actually, excellence for the university and excellence in higher education. He's not only a prolific scholar, and he is certainly a prolific scholar, and you're going to hear more about that. He's a passionate teacher. You can't help but become infected with enthusiasm and excitement and be pushed to innovation as a student by working with this man. But when he works, it's not just to produce journal articles, books, give talks to other people like-minded and like-educated, but he reaches out in his work to the business community. And even though I'm a statistician, I'm only going to use one number in this talk. I've had to get away from that. But I'm going to use one number, and that's 1 billion. This man, through his work as a faculty member, working shoulder to shoulder, hand in hand, as a consultant, but really much more as a colleague with the business community, has generated more than $1 billion in revenues for the companies he has worked with. That is relevance. That is engagement with the business community. You know some of the companies he's worked with. If you don't know them personally, you certainly know them by brand or reputation. IBM, Procter & Gamble, Prudential, And there's a long list of them. I won't go through all of them, but just to give you an idea, we're talking big multinational companies who, when they want to move the needle in how they market, who they market to, what they market, they call this man. And he works with them in a way that actually produces results for them. So that's what we're very proud of, that you are a role model not only for students, but for your faculty colleagues. Because in this 21st century, it's not just about being smart. It's not just about telling other people what you know. It's sitting down, working with the people that can actually use that knowledge and that expertise to move the needle, to change the world. So my one number is 1 billion. I hope you like that number. He's been recognized nationally for his contributions in this type of work, various prizes, including the 2012 Gary Lillian Prize, which I am not a marketer. I am a statistician masquerading as a president. He's a statistician masquerading as a marketer. But as I understand it, it is one of the really important prizes for people who do cross that bridge from theory to practice. I've also had the privilege of prevailing upon VK to get involved here in the not-for-profit community. He's been doing some work with the Georgia Aquarium to help them learn from his experience, his knowledge, his insights, his models, work with his students to be able to make things better here in Atlanta. And I appreciate very personally what you've done for the aquarium, VK. So that's all the good stuff with the business community. Now I'm going to call up the provost, and she is going to go through the academic side of this man. And as you listen to what I've talked about, what the Consul General's talked about, and what the provost has talked about, what you realize is he probably has about 3 hours sleep per night. Can I get any validation on that? I just can't tell how much. The provost of the university, Dr. Risa Palm, is the university's chief academic officer. And if there's anybody who looks at thousands and thousands of resumes year in and year out, it is she. So she can put all of this in context. Madam Provost.